Hello everybody, today we are continuing ddlc and Natsuki is rather looking cute today, isn't she? Don't tell I said that. You know what I mean? Noni? I don't know. You don't? That's not, well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez! Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up with them and they be like, oh, you still into that stuff, haven't gone out of it yet. Makes me want to punch them in the faces. She's so funny, isn't she? Ugh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, I take a lot of efforts to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I mean, really kind of losers. So I just gravitate towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for you, like for you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? Uh, okay, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found us. At least it's safe here in the club. Kept Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems, maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourselves, right? Awkward silence. So, geez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot this happened. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Mirroring is in favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's the unlucky one. But it gets especially bad when I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with I can't pronounce that word. It's a strike contrast to usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite mangas with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Do you need to put it in such weird words? And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom isn't rather expressing, that's what makes me smile to myself. You're so awkward, man. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready for today's poems? Come on! Cute face though. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure you have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Hey! Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? But yeah. Monica just said, don't be a dummy. Just take it home with you. Huh? Is that really alright? I said this mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish if you don't take it home. Just finish that one by tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if you get bent, I'll kill you myself with my bloody look of death. By tomorrow. I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get it through it. But I suppose that's the necessary success to achieve for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I mostly scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? And yes, I'm very scared of that woman. Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slips the book into my bag into my hand. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I could really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everybody is ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait! Yuri and Monica enthusiastically put out their poems. Yuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spare notebook. On the other hand, Monica's written yours in a composed notebook. I can already see Monica's prestige handwriting from here where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reach completely as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. But you know what I will have to say, I'll have to say with my girl Sayori for today. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. Yes, she is the childhood best friend after all. She is my good friend after all. I just said that, so okay. This is a good poem, ZeroTwoMike. Alright, you're sure it's your first time? Of course. This is not good. It's not that good, no. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it is impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you would write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. I'll just remember how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Zero. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only real good people do. Thank you, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Yes, Sayori, please don't find out the motive. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm not going to make sure you do lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay, handwriting is prestige. Dear sunshine, the way you glow, what my blinks in the morning. It makes me feel like I missed me. It makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. This is a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Bravo, sharing a beautiful poem. I can just think it's inspired by one thing, and one thing only. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write his poem? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, and or however should I put it. It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Explicitly the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's just bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun! Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Who's next? Miss Yuri. You wait till next. I don't like your tea so much. Monica, you are always. Hi, ZeroTwoMike. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear that. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you even have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. That's very creepy, Monica. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. You should be very afraid of her. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Zero. We are all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of very they will all learn to get past soon. Barrier. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Zero2. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. and she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you written any of the Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be fun, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that you would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to read, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style suits you. Everybody else may be a little bit based towards their own kinds of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everybody else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not being very good. Well, that's cause I have to say confident. That doesn't mean I always feel like that the way you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. Steady direction, the speckle sparkles. A noisy neighbor, and an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wish I wasn't home. I peer inside the clue? No, I can't see. I kneel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My reason, already scattered with a permanent copy of my meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Scratched forever in everything. A hole of infinite choices. Realize now what I was looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Sorry if that's a little... You can't understand what I'm reading. These words are a little complicated for me myself. Enter. Come on, Monica. Come on. So what do you think? It's very free-formed. It is, if that's what you call it. If that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the stemming between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of enthusiastical reason. Isn't it's been influenced my poems a little bit? An epiphany? I don't know what words to use. I just say, yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixed on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something done on paper and tip it up a little. Sprucing it up a little. Any other way to say about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Poetic enough, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Now, we must talk to Miss T because Natsuki and I have an appointment later. Yuri stares at the poem. Minutes pass, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri brushes her hair in her face Yuri brushes her face in her hands. I could help but notice that she's been several minutes and we really haven't got anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really don't notice it. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing is I realized in the new writing is that they try to make their style very deep. What's the word? Not the label. Unique. What's the word? On your own way. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they forfeit the two together. The end result is both of the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stumbling is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can do to be blamed for. There are so many different skills and technical things that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit based through. Based? How? Um, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about her like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles and dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, it's just possible to be a literature club. Oof, I'm getting very eye blind. Okay, let's read it. Ghost under the light, the tenders of my lane. Oh, what the hell? Lane illumination, bathing the ambient glow. Bathing, it must be this one, the last what letter is that again? Something street light to have withstood the test of time. The last gate to be replaced by the stocker blue gain line of the future. I built claims breathing air of the present, blue light in the past. The light flickers and I flicker back. Sorry if you didn't understand one bloody word I read. I didn't understand what I just read. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. It's not terrible, you can just write a little bit more loose. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read it. Well, it's just I don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I looked at the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It was too short. I usually write long poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Mild? I can't read those long things. Sometimes easy to discuss, I suppose. Alright, you're into ghosts, Yuri. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Zero2. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poems often express their own thoughts, feelings and expressions in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In the case of Perfections, the subject of a poem is only being symbolized compared to a ghost. Linger in her last remaining place of comfort, usually to be let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That is a lot more Solomon put in that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it wouldn't be long before you pick up on those things. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep writing. I'm counting on you. Now that we've got past Miss T and Poems Art, we can go to Natsuki. We had a little beef in the chat, didn't we? So let's see what you'll say after this, my dear. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, you like my poem, don't you? It's written for you. Did I say that out loud or something? Forget I said that. Natsuki reads my poem. Never mind, I didn't feel like giving you my opportunity. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remembering how I said I wanted to read your poems, that's what I had in mind when I wrote this. I wanted to have you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me something dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real lettuce looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you like it. Natsuki Rotter's getting caught in her own throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly for myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or lose that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me your poems, right? Fine, only because Monica will make me do it if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that is about it. Bravo, I liked it a lot. Much more than Yuri's poem. And yes, let's announce this quickly. I have a disliking on her poems are too long. I can't read them perfectly. Her poems are sweet and subtle. And Monica and Yuri's poems are bravo. But hers is magnificent. Yeah? I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so confident that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all superphysical and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of a poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style would make your message any less valuable. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everybody around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I said up for rhyming and the end, but then made it fall flat on the purpose. It helped bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into this than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one, did I, you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humble her with the last comment. I didn't really care how old everybody is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Why would you take that away? Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I initially thought. It's as if everybody is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Who said I write mediocrely? I will climb through the screen and hit you myself. Monica and I will have a discussion then. Is this a literature club after all? I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They congurling exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respected poems. As they read it, tended, I watch each of them expression change. Natsuki's eyebrow turns in furious. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this laugh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismisses and returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss this simplest of things? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I didn't know. I just meant the laughing, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Fine, but it really didn't come out nice at all. I do have a couple of suggestions. You made the mad, Yuri, stop it. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and ZeroTwoMike liked it too. So based on that, I gladly gave you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I apologize that I appreciate the offer I'll appreciate the offer, but I'll spend a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change my writing anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Please. And ZeroTwo liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I said. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that ZeroTwoMike liked my poem. Apparently my advice more than he appeared to approach you. And you, how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would go out of my way to make everything I do overall cutest. Yuri, stop it. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as ZeroTwoMike started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, this doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both of the girls turned toward me as if they had just noticed I was standing here. ZeroTwoMike, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to approach those simple writings, it would be more effortless. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all confusing for no reason? This means should jump out of the reader and force them to figure it out. Help me explain this to a ZeroTwoMike. What reason have you so many deep and expressing words in your laughing? It's the only way to convince complete feelings in meaning in the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, ZeroTwoMike? Well, how did I get myself dragged into this in the first place? It's not looking good anyway about writing. But, however, I agree with they'll probably think more highly of me. I think I'll see all of you beautiful ladies, gentlemen, and all of the above next time, because I'm not looking forward to making a decision. Bye bye!